what the effect it should have is that it makes you gain more weight.
Over the years, bodybuilders have used a variety of strategies to achieve their goals, including dietary modifications, training programs, and the use of performance-enhancing drugs such as anabolic steroids. In this video, we will explore the history of steroid use in bodybuilding, including when and why bodybuilders began using steroids, the effects of steroids on the body, and the controversy surrounding steroid use in sports. Steroid use in bodybuilding. The history of steroid use in bodybuilding is a fascinating tale of muscle-bound athletes and the impact of these drugs on the sport. In the 1950s and 60s, rumors circulated that Soviet athletes and weightlifters were using testosterone to enhance their performance.
I knew about testosterone. I mean, of course, I watched the Rocky movies at 12 and saw Ivan Drago.
However, it wasn't until the mid-1960s that steroid use in bodybuilding hit the mainstream. Dave Draper, a bodybuilder, was rumored to have used a synthetic steroid called Dianabol to enhance his physique. This was the first known instance of steroid use in bodybuilding in the U.S. The production of synthetic steroids by pharmaceutical companies in the 1970s marked a turning point in the use of performance-enhancing drugs in bodybuilding. These drugs were specifically created for bodybuilding and other sports, making it easier for athletes to get their hands on them. Their popularity skyrocketed, and steroid use quickly became widespread. By the 1980s, the use of steroids in bodybuilding had become commonplace. Bodybuilders were using large amounts of anabolic steroids, and rumors circulated that even the biggest names in the sport were relying on these drugs to enhance their physiques. The emergence of heavily muscled and vascular bodybuilders, such as Arnold Schwarzenegger and Lee Haney, fueled the popularity of steroid use.
Did you take them? I took them, yeah, up until the competition, 8 or 9 weeks before competition.
Despite concerns about the potential health risks and ethical concerns. Today, the use of steroids in bodybuilding remains a controversial issue. Many athletes and bodybuilders still rely on these drugs to gain a competitive edge, despite the potential health risks associated with their use. While some argue that the benefits of steroid use outweigh the negatives, others believe that their use is a form of cheating and undermines the integrity of the sport. In conclusion, the history of steroid use in bodybuilding is a complex and fascinating tale of the interplay between sport, science, and ethics. While the use of performance-enhancing drugs remains controversial, it is clear that they have had a significant impact on the sport of bodybuilding. As the debate over the use of steroids in sports continues, it is important to remember that there are no easy answers and that the choices we make as athletes and fans have far-reaching consequences. Effects of steroids. Steroids are synthetic hormones that mimic the effects of testosterone in the body. They are commonly used by athletes and bodybuilders to enhance their muscle growth, strength, and performance. However, the use of steroids can have serious negative effects on the body, some of which can be fatal. Liver damage. Steroids can cause significant liver damage, including the development of liver tumors and cancer. This is because the liver is responsible for metabolizing and eliminating foreign substances from the body, including steroids. The use of steroids can overload the liver and cause damage to this vital organ. The risk of liver damage increases with the length and frequency of steroid use. Cardiovascular problems. The use of steroids can also lead to a variety of cardiovascular problems, including heart disease, heart attack, and stroke. Steroids can cause an increase in cholesterol levels, which can lead to the buildup of plaque in the arteries, resulting in reduced blood flow to the heart and other organs. This can cause a heart attack or stroke, which can be fatal. Hormonal imbalances. Steroids can cause significant disruptions to the body's natural hormonal balance. This can lead to a number of negative side effects, including decreased fertility, impotence, and the development of breast tissue in men or gynecomastia. Steroid use can also cause menstrual irregularities and other hormonal imbalances in women. Mood changes. Steroids can cause significant mood changes, including increased aggression, irritability, and depression. This is because steroids can affect the brain's chemistry, altering the balance of neurotransmitters and leading to changes in mood and behavior. In some cases, these mood changes can be severe and even lead to self-harming thoughts. Acne and skin problems. Steroids can cause acne and other skin problems, including oily skin, rashes, and cysts. This is because steroids can cause an increase in sebum production, which can clog pores and lead to acne. Steroids can also cause changes in skin pigmentation and the development of stretch marks. Despite the potential health risks associated with steroid use, many athletes and bodybuilders continue to use these drugs to gain a competitive edge.
Okay, well, to move forward, I need to do a ton of drugs or anything like that shit. It means it was kind of like voodoo, right?
However, the dangers of steroid use have been well documented, and there have been numerous cases of athletes and bodybuilders suffering serious health consequences as a result of steroid use. One such example is the bodybuilder Rich Piana, who passed away in 2017 at the age of 46. Piana had been open about his steroid use and had even admitted to using massive amounts of the drug over the years. His demise was attributed to heart failure, and many speculate that his steroid use played a role in his untimely demise. In the world of fitness, there are few names that hold as much weight as Z's. He was a young, charismatic influencer who seemed to have it all: a chiseled physique, a successful clothing brand, and a massive online following. But Z's life was cut tragically short, and the cause of his untimely demise has been a subject of debate and speculation ever since. Z's was just 22 years old when he passed away, and many believe that his demise was due to his extensive use of steroids. As an amateur bodybuilder and fitness influencer, Z's had built an impressive physique that many believe was too good to be true. His older brother Saeed was even arrested for possession of anabolic steroids, which only added fuel to the speculation that Z's was using performance-enhancing drugs. Despite the rumors, Z's vehemently denied using steroids to build his body. He claimed that he had achieved his impressive physique through hard work and dedication to his craft. But the reality of the situation may have been more complicated than Z's was willing to admit. Z's demise came as a shock to his fans, who had followed his rise to fame with admiration and awe. Many paid tribute to the young bodybuilder, mourning his passing and reflecting on the impact that he had made in the world of fitness and bodybuilding. Controversies surrounding steroid use. The use of steroids in sports had been a hotly debated topic for decades. While some athletes and bodybuilders argue that steroids are a legitimate way to enhance performance, others believe that they are a form of cheating and pose serious health risks. In the US, the use of steroids in sports is illegal without a prescription. Despite this, many athletes and bodybuilders still use these drugs, driven by the lure of achieving athletic greatness and the potential for enhanced physical performance. However, this pursuit of glory often comes with a high cost. The use of steroids in sports has been linked to a number of serious health risks, including liver damage, cardiovascular problems, hormonal imbalances, mood changes, and skin problems. In addition to the health risks, steroid use can also lead to legal consequences, including fines, suspension, and even criminal charges. Despite the risks and potential legal repercussions, the use of steroids in sports continues to be a widespread practice. High-profile scandals such as the Balco scandal in 2003, in which several high-profile athletes, including baseball player Barry Bonds and track and field star Marion Jones, were implicated in a doping scandal, have brought the issue to the forefront of public attention. Critics argue that the use of steroids in sports is a form of cheating and undermines the integrity of the sport. They argue that athletic competition should be won through hard work, dedication, and natural talent, rather than through the use of performance-enhancing drugs. However, proponents of steroid use argue that they are a legitimate way to level the playing field, and that many athletes use them responsibly and safely. The debate over the use of steroids in sports is likely to continue for years to come. While some believe that they can be used safely and responsibly, the risks associated with these drugs are far too great to be ignored. Athletes and bodybuilders must weigh the potential benefits against the serious health risks and legal consequences before considering the use of steroids. That's all for this video, folks. We'll see you next time.